Good morning everyone. Today in this session I am going to discuss regarding the chlorine. In Greek, chloros or chlorus means greenish yellow. It was first discovered by the scientist name known as Scheele. Scheele discovered the chlorine in the year 1774. While treating the concentrated HCl with MnO2, he discovered the chlorine gas which was green in color, greenish yellow. Hence, he named this one as chlorine. Let us study some of the laboratory method of preparation of chlorine. We can prepare chlorine gas by heating concentrated HCl with MnO2, that is manganese dioxide. On heating concentrated HCl with MnO2, we get chlorine gas, Cl2, MnCl2, manganese chloride and water molecule. In this way we can prepare chlorine gas from HCl, concentrated HCl and MnO2. Second one, we can prepare chlorine gas by using sodium chloride. Sodium chloride on heating with concentrated H2SO4. With concentrated H2SO4 in presence of manganese dioxide, we get chlorine gas, Cl2 gas is obtained. Along with chlorine gas, you get MnCl2 and water molecules and NaHSO4. In this way, we can prepare chlorine gas by treating sodium chloride with concentrated HCl, H2SO4 in presence of MnO2. We get chlorine gas. Second method. Third method, we can prepare chlorine gas by reacting KMnO4 potassium permanganate. By reacting potassium permanganate with concentrated HCl. When KMnO4 reacts with concentrated HCl, we get chlorine gas. Along with chlorine gas, we get 2KCl, MnCl2 and water molecule. We get 2KCl, MnCl2 and water molecule. In this way, we can prepare the chlorine gas in the laboratory. These are the three methods of preparation of chlorine gas. Next, we study regarding the manufacture of chlorine gas. In large scale, how we can prepare the chlorine gas. Manufacture of chlorine gas. Manufacture of chlorine. In manufacture of chlorine, first method is a Deacons process. Deacons process. In Deacons process, concentrated HCl is oxidized in presence of cupric chloride as a catalyst at 723 Kelvin. We get chlorine gas and a water molecule. we get chlorine gas and water molecule. This is one of the method of preparation of manufacture of chlorine gas by Deacons process. Second is we can manufacture chlorine gas by electrolytic process. Electrolytic process. In electrolytic process, here we take brine solution in the electrolyte. In the electrolysis process, we take brine solution. Brine solution is nothing but what? Sodium chloride solution is known as brine solution. On electrolysis, it will form Na plus and Cl minus. Here the reaction is taking place at anode as well as at cathode. If we see at anode here Cl minus, it will form, it loses electron and it will form Cl. In this way, if two Cl atoms combine and it will form as chlorine gas. Chlorine gas is liberated at anode. Similarly, what happens reaction at cathode? Na plus, it will take the electron and it will form Na sodium. Two sodium atoms, when it reacts with water molecule, we get here water will split as H plus and OH minus. It will form NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Remaining will be what? Here hydrogen gas is liberated, H2 gas. Hydrogen gas is liberated at cathode and chlorine gas is liberated at anode. In this way, we get chlorine by electrolytic process using brine solution, that is sodium chloride solution is also known as brine solution. These are the two methods used for the manufacture of chlorine. Next comes here the chemical properties. Chemical properties. In chemical properties, first one, reaction with metals and non-metals. What happens when chlorine reacts with metals as well as non-metals? First, if I take with metals, here metals like aluminium, when it reacts with chlorine, aluminium reacts with chlorine and it will form AlCl3. Similarly, if it reacts with iron, chlorine when it reacts with iron, it will form FeCl3, ferric chloride. When chlorine reacts with sodium, it will form NaCl, sodium chloride is obtained. These are the reactions of the chlorine with metals. Let us see the reaction of this chlorine with non-metals. What happens when chlorine reacts with non-metals here? Non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus, arsenic. When chlorine reacts with non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus and arsenic, here when it reacts with sulfur, chlorine reacts, it will form S2Cl2, dichlorodisulfide is obtained. 4 molecules, 4. When phosphorus reacts with chlorine, you get PCl3, phosphorus trichloride. When arsenic reacts with chlorine, here you get AsCl3. In this way, the reaction of chlorine takes place with both metals as well as the non-metals. After reaction with metals and non-metals, next comes here how this chlorine reacts with hydrogen. The reactivity towards hydrogen or reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. You know that chlorine is electronegative in nature. It has more affinity towards hydrogen and it will form as HCl. When chlorine reacts with hydrogen, it will form compound as HCl. Now we are taking the compounds which are containing hydrogen. When chlorine reacts with compounds containing hydrogen, it generally forms the product as HCl. For example, if I take chlorine, when it reacts with hydrogen H2, it will form HCl. Similarly, when chlorine reacts with compound containing hydrogen like H2S, H2S is hydrogen sulfide, we get HCl as well as here along with HCl you get sulfur. Chlorine also react with cyclodecyne. It is known as cyclodecyne. It is a hydrocarbon. When cyclodecyne reacts with chlorine, here you get carbon atom along with that HCl. 10 carbon atoms you get, and along with that you get 16 HCl. These are some of the reactions of chlorine with hydrogen here. Next, what happens when chlorine reacts with ammonia? Reaction with ammonia. In this type, there are two types are there. One is excess of ammonia and another is excess of chlorine. Here when ammonia reacts with chlorine, here 8 molecules of ammonia, which is excess, here 8 molecule of ammonia is excess than the 3 molecules of chlorine. Excess is ammonia. This is a case when ammonia is excess. When excess of ammonia reacts with chlorine, you get the product as ammonium chloride. Along with ammonium chloride, nitrogen gas is liberated. When chlorine reacts with excess of ammonia, you get product as ammonium chloride. Along with that, nitrogen gas is liberated. If ammonia reacts with excess of chlorine, if you take here 1 molecule of ammonia reacts with 3 molecules of chlorine, which is excess here, chlorine is excess. When ammonia reacts with excess of chlorine, you get NCl3, that is nitrogen trichloride. Along with that, you get 3HCl. Get nitrogen trichloride as a product. NCl3 is known as nitrogen trichloride. You have to remember these two conditions here. When excess of ammonia reacts, you get ammonium chloride and nitrogen gas. If ammonia reacts with excess of chlorine, the product is NCl3, nitrogen trichloride is obtained. In the theory part, you get these questions. What happens when chlorine reacts with excess of ammonia? or they may ask you excess of chlorine. After this, next comes here the reaction with dilute alkalis or reaction with alkalis. Fourth one, reaction with alkali. Here we take alkalis, sodium hydroxide example. Here also two conditions are there. When chlorine reacts with NaOH, one is cold and dilute and another is hot and concentrated. First is when cold and dilute NaOH with cold and dilute NaOH. Second will be with hot and concentrated NaOH. When chlorine reacts with cold and dilute NaOH, this NaOH is cold and dilute. You get NaCl, NaOCl, along with that you get a water molecule. NaCl is sodium chloride. NaOCl. NaOCl is known as sodium hypochlorite. Along with that water molecule is obtained. Sodium hypochlorite is obtained. This is a case when chlorine reacts with cold and dilute sodium hydroxide. If chlorine reacts with hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide, this hydroxide is hot as well as concentrated. When chlorine reacts with hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide, you get sodium chloride as a product. Along with that NaClO3, that is sodium chlorate is obtained. NaClO3 is known as sodium chlorate. Along with that you get 3 moles of water. In the theory part you get these two for 2 marks question you get, or it may be for 1 mark question. What happens when chlorine reacts with cold and dilute NaOH? What happens when chlorine reacts with hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide? If chlorine reacts with cold and dilute, you get along with sodium chloride, sodium hypochlorite as a product. If it is hot and concentrated along with sodium chloride, you get sodium chlorate, NaClO3 as a product. This is reaction with alkalis. Next comes here the fifth one, reaction with dry slaked lime. Reaction with dry slaked lime. What happens here? Reaction with dry slaked lime when chlorine CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide, it is known as dry slaked lime, which is free from moisture. When chlorine gas is passed on slaked lime, here hydrogen is replaced by chlorine, you get CaOCl twice. Along with that you get CaCl2, calcium chloride, and you get a water molecule, 2 moles of water. CaOCl2 is known as calcium hypochlorite. It is known as calcium hypochlorite. From this we get the bleaching powder. Let us see what is the composition of bleaching powder. Composition of bleaching powder. Composition of bleaching powder is CaOCl twice CaCl2 CaOH twice 2 moles of water. This is the composition of the bleaching powder. This was reaction with a dry slaked lime. We get bleaching powder as a product. Next comes here reaction with hydrocarbons. Reaction with hydrocarbons. Fifth one, chlorine reacts with hydrocarbons like methane CH4. One of the hydrogen of the methane is replaced by chlorine. You get CH3Cl and that H reacts with Cl to form HCl. CH3Cl is known as methyl chloride. CH3Cl is known as methyl chloride. Chlorine also reacts with C2H4. C2H4 is nothing but ethene. Across the double bond the chlorine adds here and you get C2H4Cl2, that is 1,2 dichloroethane. If I write the structure here, ethene, when chlorine, here the chlorine adds across the carbon-carbon double bond, the double bond gets converted into single bond and you get 1,2 dichloroethane as a product. Chlorine is added across carbon-carbon double bond and you get the product is 1,2 dichloroethane as a product. These are all the reactions with the chemical reactions. In these chemical reactions, next comes here chlorine oxidizing nature or oxidizing properties, seventh one. Oxidizing nature or oxidizing property. Here chlorine in the form of chlorine water, chlorine water, it decomposes, it is unstable, it is decomposes to form HCl and HOCl. HCl and HOCl. HOCl is nothing but hypochlorous acid. What is HOCl? Hypochlorous acid. This obtained hypochlorous acid is also unstable at room temperature. It further decomposes to form HCl and nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen, it is also known as active oxygen. This oxygen is responsible for the oxidation purpose, hence it is known as chlorine water, it is known as an oxidizing agent. Here chlorine acts as a both oxidizing agent as well as it acts as a bleaching agent because of the nascent oxygen, formation of nascent oxygen. Let us see some of the reactions based on this. What happens when chlorine reacts with some of the metals here one by one. FeSO4. FeSO4 is nothing but ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate, when it reacts with chlorine in presence of sulfuric acid. When chlorine reacts with FeSO4 in presence of sulfuric acid, ferrous sulfate is converted into ferric sulfate, Fe2SO4 thrice. Along with this we get 2HCl. 2HCl is obtained. It acts as an oxidizing agent. Next one, second one, here Na2SO3. Na2SO3 is nothing but sodium sulfite. Sodium sulfite is oxidized in presence of chlorine water. You get 2HCl, remaining is Na2SO4. Na2SO4 is nothing but sodium sulfate. Along with that you get 2HCl. Next, third one is when iodine reacts with chlorine water. When iodine reacts with chlorine water, you get iodic acid, HiO3, iodic acid. Along with iodic acid, you get HCl. These are some of the reactions showing that here chlorine acts as an oxidizing agent. Next is that it acts as a bleaching agent. Chlorine acts as a bleaching agent. Here the dry chlorine gas, this dry chlorine gas, when it comes in contact with moisture, when this dry chlorine gas comes in contact with moisture, it will form HCl. Along with HCl you get nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen, when it reacts with colored substance, when nascent oxygen reacts with colored substance, it decolorizes. Here colored substance gets converted into colorless substance. It removes the color of the substance, hence it acts as a bleaching agent. Here dry chlorine gas, when it comes in contact with moisture, it produces nascent oxygen, and this nascent oxygen, when it comes in contact with colored substance loses its colors, it turns into colorless substance. In this way this chlorine acts as a bleaching agent. Here this chlorine bleaches the vegetables, and in the paper industry it is used for bleaching the wood pulp. It is used in a textile industry for bleaching purpose, and once the bleaching takes place, here last the final product, the color, it is permanent. This process is permanent. Here bleaching process of chlorine is permanent. After this bleaching agent, chlorine acts as a bleaching agent. Last part comes here. What are the uses? Where it is used? Uses of chlorine. Just now we saw that chlorine acts as a bleaching agent. It acts as a bleaching agent. It is used in paper industry, that is in bleaching the wood pulp. It is used in textile industry. It is used in bleaching the vegetables. It is used in the manufacture of gold as well as platinum. Manufacture of gold and platinum. This chlorine, it is used in the manufacture of dyes. Coloring compounds are known as dyes. It is used in the manufacture of drugs. It is used in the manufacture of organic compounds like CCl4, CHCl3, that is chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, chloroform, DDT. DDT is nothing but dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Chlorine, it is used in the sterilization of water. Chlorine is used in sterilization of water. Chlorine, it is used in the manufacture of some of the poisonous gases. It is used in manufacture of poisonous gases. Poisonous gases. These are very important in the competitive exam. They always ask the formula. You have to remember here. Chlorine gas is used in the manufacture of some of the poisonous gases like phosgene. Phosgene, its formula is COCl2. COCl2 is known as phosgene. It is a poisonous gas. Chlorine is used in the manufacture of tear gas. The word itself indicates tear gas means if this gas comes in contact with our eyes, we get tears. Hence, this gas is known as tear gas. Formula is CCl3NO2 is known as tear gas. Mustard gas. This is also a poisonous gas. Mustard gas formula is Cl CH2CH2 yes CH2CH2 Cl. We can write in this way, or we can write this the same is repeated. We can write in another form as Cl CH2CH2 twice yes. This is the formula for the mustard gas. These are some of the uses of the chlorine gas. In the next session, we study regarding the hydrogen chloride HCl, its preparations, its properties, uses, as well as the interhalogen compounds. Thank you.